All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and let's take out our corners. Our corners are going to be x by x. And let's find out the volume. Now, the volume of this figure is going to have 3 dimensions. One dimension is going to be x. That's going to be the height. One dimension is going to be 8 minus 2x. That's this.
15.
And then 15 minus 2x. That's this dimension there after we fold it up. After we fold it up to create. It's even in perspective.
Good work.
All right, so we don't have to, in this case, do a relationship step or a substitution step because it's already in one variable. But I do feel the need to expand this out. 15 times 8 is what? 120. Minus 16x minus 30x plus 4x squared. And that ends up being 4x cubed. This is 46 minus 46x squared and a plus 120x. So there's our volume as a function of one variable.
Can you take a 2 out of there?
Well, I'm going to take the derivative first, and then I'm going to factor out as many things as I can. So let's go ahead and find out what d prime of x is equal to. And I get 12x squared minus 92x and plus 120.
You can divide that by 12.
I can pull a 2 out.
You can divide by 92.
Does 92 divide by 12?
You can take, 4.
Pull 4 out? Yeah, I can pull 4 out. So let's pull a 4 out, and we get 3x squared minus 23x, 23 plus 30. All right, and now we want to know when does 4 times 3x squared minus 23x plus 30 equal to 0? Now, do we think it factors? Do you want to go? Or do you want to go right to the quadratic? It does not factor.
We just went factor.
Okay. So, x is equal to the opposite of negative 23 plus or minus the square root of 23 squared. Well, when I'm squared, the negative is going to go away anyway on the inside. So I'm not too worried about it. Times 3 times 30 all over 2 times 3. And assuming that you guys can plug that into your calculator as well as anyone, can you tell me, please, the 2 answers that come out of there?
6 and 5.
It's really, it's a.
Yeah, 6. You want me to just tell you?
Wait. It's a nice even fraction.
Yeah.
That means it does factor.
Yeah. No,
5 thirds. 6.
No, I'm not surprised it's a fraction because there's a leading 3. But if you got a nice clean value like that, that would suggest that it does factor. That there is a rational, if there's a rational root, that means it did factor. Okay, hold on.
23 and 30.
I thought it would be yeah, that was like
I like it.
Whoever's doing that and shaking my projector, stop it.
For step T.
I'm still telling you to stop.
Paul, you're almost
You're
better than
You don't want to be with that. Oh, it's horrible.
That is true. I mean, I think it's okay.
Those
It really doesn't filter. He already is.
You're so close to the Jeremy status.
Ah, keep on making the same mistake.
Well, in this one, wouldn't it be easier to do the project anyways?
Right. Like if we tried to do this on the test, it would just waste time.
You're almost at Jeremy.
Hold on. I'm gonna get this.
Paul doesn't.
Well, still, x equals 6 and x equals 3. Which is what we got.
That's a legitimate way up.
Yeah, we did a lesson. I don't know.
I just thought that
Okay.
was something.
So yeah, so indeed, the by factoring, you get that. So why did I do this, and how would I do this for real if I was doing this problem? I'd probably just put this whole thing in the grapher and see where the zeros are. That's what I would probably do. I would. I'd break up the Swiss Army knife. Okay. Assuming that I did this correctly, we are going to disregard that root. X cannot equal 6 in the context of this problem, because there's no way for me to take 6 from this direction and take 6 from that direction and still have anything that holds up. So 6 is a root, but it's not an answer to our problem. It looks like the only one that is the one that is 5/3. So, knowing that x is 5/3, we now have our dimensions. The dimensions are going to be 5/3 times, or by 5/3 doubled is 10/3. 24 minus, is that 14/3?
Yeah.
And then 45/3 minus 10/3, 35/3. What I'm doing, I'm taking my x values, I'm plugging in into each of those locations, and that's giving me my dimensions. And I don't know, what is the volume if it's at dimensions?
90.74 inches cubed.
Do we have a third decimal point?
Inches cubed.
Do we have a third decimal point?
Wait. I got it.
And the reason why I want you to get in the habit is that that's what's expected of you in the...
7407 today at 1.
Okay, so if it's a 0, what is
But
0?
it's 07.
Oh, 0.7, so it's a 1. Okay. So get to the point where you, again, answer the question. The dimensions are, the volume is.
If I put 42 for a couple answers, can I get this question right?
Well, if you put down 42 for any of the answers, of course you've answered a question.
Hey,